I pick locks and I would learn magic tricks until the boss caught me. But Joe and I decided we would join an athletic club, and we decided we would become great acrobats. So we joined the Pastime Athletic Club on 56th Street. We had a good time. But Joe had a lot of things in common with me, and one of the things is Joe had a passion for magic, as I did. And Joe brought me one book one time, and that book was one of the most important books of my life. It was the autobiography of Robert Houdini. It was an amazing book, but it wasn't just an autobiography. It was a story of a lot of his tricks. He was the greatest magician of his time. And in that book he told how different things worked, and I learned how to do different magic tricks. And one of the most amazing tricks that he did is he would have a pot filled with dirt, and he would take a seed and he would put the seed inside that pot, and he would make a tree grow, and it would slowly come out of the ground, and right in front of your eyes the tree would grow limbs, and the limbs would come out, and it became a beautiful rounded tree, and then the leaves came out of it. And then just as the leaves came out of it, all of a sudden orange fruit came out, and he would pick an orange off of the tree and throw it to people in the audience, and they could eat it. How did he make that tree grow? How did he have that happen? It's a trick. It's all a trick. So the book told that underneath that pot, underneath where the dirt was, he had a little air pump and a series of tubes, and the air would push into the tree, and it would make it swell, and it would grow the trunk. And then a little more air would make the limbs come out, and a little more air would make the leaves come out, and then the last bit of air would make the oranges grow. They weren't real oranges. The real oranges were right here in his sleeve. What a wonderful trick. So beautiful. The engineering. The illusion. Well, after we read that book, we both decided that he was the greatest thing ever. Well, I know now that Joe was wrong, but Joe told me that if we put an I on the end of the French name, that means that we are endowed to him. We are honoring his name. So we became the Brothers Houdini. And we started a little magic show. And it was good. It was a lot of fun. We made no money. Until in Chicago, the Columbia Exposition Fair. And we applied, and we were lucky enough to get a job on the mile-long midway, which was almost a circus in itself. There were sideshows, there were thin men, there were strong men who could lift amazing amounts of weight. And we did a really good job. We had a great audience a couple of nights. After the midway, we both knew that's what we were going to do. Unfortunately, Joe's father died when we got back to New York. And so to take care of his mother, he went off to another job, and they ended up moving to a different town. So to fill his shoes, my brother Dash became the other brother Houdini. And Dash was good, and we did really good work. We went to Coney Island, and we decided we were going to try to get a gig there. And as we were standing in line, there was a group that came in front of us, and that's when I met my sweet Bess. She was at Coney Island trying to get a gig with the Floral Sisters singing.